Hey, everybody. Welcome so much to the DBC Inc. Facebook Live for Thursday. We are so glad that you are joining us. It is another one of these special occasions where we have a book birthday. These are our favorite ones. And so, as you are joining us, please throw your name over into the comments and let us know where you are watching from. We would love to see, of course, we love to have you watching, but we also love to know that you're watching. So, please let us know where you're watching from and who you are, and we would appreciate that. And I am here with a very special guest on the occasion of the release of her very first book, and it's Meghan Lawson. Hi, Meghan.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. And thank you everyone for coming. I'm just so excited to share space with you tonight.
Absolutely. So this is a book that is on the Impress line. So it's like the sister company of Daybirds Consulting Inc. And for those of you who aren't sure about Impress and DBC and the differences and all that, basically, Impress is partially owned by us over at DBC, partially owned by Paige and George Kuros. And Paige and George do most of the curation of those titles and selection and all that kind of stuff, and working with the authors. And then the DBC production team kind of does the stuff behind the scenes, gets it all out. And so it's kind of a joint effort. And we are proud to welcome Meghan to the Impress and DBC family.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't even believe it. It's surreal. I'm just very honored.
Yeah. And so before we dive into this book, Meghan, maybe for people that don't know you, tell us a little bit about you, what your current role is, where you are in the world, and all of that.
Hi, yeah. So I am in the Cincinnati, Ohio area. I'm currently a director of secondary teaching and learning. I have the honor and privilege of working with our middle school and high school in my school district. All things teaching and learning, get to work with some incredible teachers, incredible principals, and a lot of what I've learned in this book comes from just some really beautiful people that I've encountered in my time in our profession and as a student.
Awesome. And so we already have a bunch of people joining in. So Paige, uh, one of the key people in Impress, is here watching. Hi, Paige. Good to see
Hi,
you all the way from Florida.
hi, Paige, and Lauren's here. Hi, Lauren.
I
Hi,
know
Tara.
Paige has been an instrumental part of helping you get this all pulled together and get this book out, released into the world. And so, Paige, we appreciate you. Yeah, Tara is here. So Tara often is hosting these things. She's got a couple things going on tonight. So I am filling in the gaps for Tara. Good to see you, Tara. Kristen is here. Love to see Kristen. Thank you so much for joining us. I've seen we've gone international. We have a Nick Roque from Winnipeg, Canada here. So we are international already. And let's see who else we have.
Molly and Julie, hi.
Yes, hi. Thank you so much for joining us. Molly's popped in here. Awesome. So good to see everybody. Thank you so much. And so this book, Legacy of Learning, Teaching for Lasting Impact. Meghan, first of all, show us the book because I know you have it.
I know, I'm really excited to have it.
Now, I know, knowing you, you have absolutely chosen this top and earrings for this book occasion.
I did. And you can't quite tell, but I do have a green shirt on. I feel like, oh, okay. I told myself I wasn't gonna do this, but I also got some green.
Of course, of
I can't,
course you did.
I just am obsessed with this color now because I love this cover so much.
Absolutely. Yeah. So as soon as I saw you tonight, I'm like, oh, she has accessorized for this book.
You
Absolutely
know I
love it.
have.
Yes. Oh, and so Monica, yes, you know, I just wore these. These are not because I can't see anymore. It's not because I can't see the comments. It's because it's more of a fashion statement. I don't want you to think I'm getting old, Monica. So yeah, it has nothing to do with the fact that I can't read comments anymore without my glasses on. Yeah, and Tara says, always styling. Yeah.
Thanks, friend.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I see Donna has popped in. Donna from Arizona has popped in. So good to see you as well. We have people coming in from all over the US, all over the place. And so we'd love to see you all joining us here. So Meghan, maybe if you could start off by telling us a little bit about Legacy of Learning and kind of give us the elevator pitch of what this book is all about.
Yeah, I would love to. So I feel like in the past few years, I've had the opportunity to talk to lots of really hardworking educators doing great things for students. And I think there have been some themes that emerged that our people are feeling overworked, overwhelmed, and the profession's been feeling a bit overcomplicated for people. And so this book is my attempt to inspire people in making the work more manageable while also making a meaningful impact and having fun.
Yeah, I love that. And I've noticed the same thing as I travel around different systems, speak to different schools, districts, all that kind of stuff. It is absolutely the case that teachers are they're in a state of overwhelm right now. And it is like just the common thread running through everything is like, oh my gosh, like this is just seems way harder right now. And even people that have been around for years and feel like they were polished and had things together, they're even saying like, this is just different right now. And so I can't even imagine stepping into the profession, as a new teacher, what that's like. And so it's so great that we're putting this book out into the world, and Meghan, that you're sharing this message, which hopefully is going to help ease some of that and make people feel they're better able to handle these day-to-day stresses of just a tough life in education.
I know I'm reading some of the comments as you're talking. Yeah, I think people deserve better, and because this work is so important and it's so critical to the future of our world too. And so my hope is that people feel affirmed and lighter and not heavier after reading this book.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely going to be the case. And Lauren, since I just popped your comment up, I have to tell you, before we started tonight, I told Meghan, I said, well, basically, I woke up to two things this morning. One was a phone call from Tara, and the next thing was a reel from Lauren. Lauren's already has a reel out there about the book, Legacy of Learning. We really appreciate that and your support for this project.
Thank you, Lauren. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
and Catrice is here. Hi, Catrice.
Yes, we'll pop that up there too. Hi, Catrice. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you being here for the book birthday. All right, so Meghan, I have to ask you, new author, right? First book?
Yes.
Okay, so this box arrives on your doorstep and you bring it into the house. Take us there. What was this like, this feeling of opening this box and seeing your words in an actual book, holding it in your hands? That's always such a special moment.
I know, it's almost indescribable. I remember just thinking, I'm having a moment that is once in a lifetime. So I really wanted to take my time, like mentally making that picture of, what I was seeing as I pulled it out, and just to see, everything on every page come together in print it's really hard for me to put words to it. It's just, I'm so elated and speechless, quite honestly.
Yeah, and so that's always a super fun moment to. Now we didn't get an unboxing video from you. No unboxing video.
No, you know what? I thought about doing one, but I worried that I would be. I just know myself. I was worried I was going to be more focused on how other people would perceive my reaction versus living in the moment. So for me personally, like I just needed to open it with my husband and just really be in the moment with it.
I love that. So set the technology aside and just immerse yourself in the moment of this experience. That's fantastic. That's awesome. So there's always this moment of opening it and holding it for the first time. That's a big moment. I think one of the next big moments is when you see the book start to arrive to other people and other people start to read and share and that message. And I can't wait for you to experience that part of the journey too.
Thank you for that. I'm just really interested to see what might be resonating with people as they work their way through it.
Now, Donna says redo it. Now, I have to be honest with you. I won't throw anyone under the bus, but I know of a couple authors who have had their book opened maybe by somebody else, for example, in the family or something like that, and wanted to do an unboxing video, and who have sealed back up their package and then done an unboxing video. But I won't tell you who any of those people might be, but I know it's been done.
I love your enthusiasm, though, Donna. I feel very supported.
Yeah. Oh, Lauren says she sent you her unboxing video of your book.
She did. And my friend Molly actually queued hers up to The Lion King. So it's quite dramatic, her unboxing video.
Oh, my goodness. Did she hold it out?
Yeah, it really was like, oh, Senor.
That's fantastic. I sense that could be a TikTok, I think.
For sure.
Yeah. So the next thing that happens after the books start arriving, the next surreal moment is when someone comes up to you and says, hey, will you sign my book?
Mm,
That's going to be a fun moment too.
wow.
You haven't thought about that? Yeah, you have to decide what you're going to write in these books. Yeah, have you practiced your signature?
I'm a lefty, so I think I have some work to do in the upcoming future, but I would be deeply honored to sign anybody's book. That feels really special.
Hey, this is forever. You got to get some paper out, start practicing what you're going to do in that book. You're going to have a Sharpie and it's going to go in there permanently. So,
It kind of reminds me of middle school, like as a middle school girl, if you might have had a crush on a boy, you would like practice your name with their last name, but I need to just practice my own name, like in a notebook.
Yes, exactly. This is like signing your yearbooks on steroids. Yeah. David, thank you for popping in here as well. Good to see you. And so many people joining us. I love it. So, Meghan, when people read this book, maybe what are one or two things that you really hope that they take away from this message?
I like that question. To start, it was really important to me that people see this as an honest, relatable book. I'm not someone who's some kind of hero and has it all figured out. In order to write a book that I thought could be impactful, I had to worry less about what people would think of me and more about what felt important so I share some stories. So I hope people can see themselves in some of the stories that I share. Um, I would say I hope they feel equipped with some really practical strategies for making the work just feel better, whether it's more manageable and fun or being affirmed at some of the things that we all know are really good, but good practices. Many of those practices require little or no planning, but sometimes get lost in some of the noise surrounding us in our profession right now. And I just hope that people, when they finish the book, they think to themselves, you know what, I think I'm doing better. I'm doing better than I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. And we put the link in, by the way, into the comments over here. So here's the link where you can find this on Amazon. And we would love if you would get a chance to pick up the book. And if you do pick up the book, we also would love to hear what your takeaways are, what you're loving out of it, what's resonating with you. And we'd love if we would use the hashtag too. So if you hashtag legacy of learning is where we can kind of like organize the tweets and see what people are saying. And also, Meghan, by the way, on social media, if people want to tag you, and we hope they do, where can they find you on, say, X and Instagram and all these places?
Awesome. So yeah, you can find me. I would love to connect with people on Instagram or Twitter. You can find me on X at Meghan_Lawson. My first name has an H in it. Or you can find me on Instagram at Meghan Lawson Blog.
Meghan Lawson Blog. Okay, awesome. And I have another question for you. So now you, correct me if I'm wrong, so your name has blog and the Instagram name. So you've been blogging for a while, right?
I have.
And how did you think that process of blogging over time helped you when it was time to actually pull this together into a book? Was that something that you felt was a significant contribution to like your message?
Oh, absolutely. George Couros was the one who encouraged me to blog. I know he's encouraged so many of us to write. And as Lauren has shared, she's got an awesome blog herself. George encourages many people to write, not because of the external audience, but because it's really good for you as a learner. And so I committed to that practice. I've been blogging, I think, at least for over 2 years now, one blog post a week. And over time, I got to see there were some things that often I write about something I'm experiencing and what I'm learning from it, whether it's a hard week I had and, a way I want to show up differently the next week or something that felt really good in the work. And some themes started to emerge. And over time, I was able to uncover, okay, there's a thread here. I wonder if this is a book that, may be, helpful to someone who's also just in the arena, just doing the best that they can.
Yeah, I love it. It's the same advice I give to people all the time. Is a lot of times people will say to me like, "Hey, I want to write a book." And I always ask them like, "Are you speaking on this message? Are you writing about this message? Are you putting this message out in front of an authentic audience in any way now? Like, how do you know that it's going to resonate? How do you know it's going to?" First step is to share your work with the world. see if it resonates, and then you're able to, in front of an authentic audience, you see what hits people, what doesn't hit people, what people want to know more information about. Like, you probably publish blog posts that maybe at the time you were thinking, well, this is maybe okay, and then you put it out, and all of a sudden that's the one that people are super excited about, and it hits them, and you're like, okay, this is something that I can flesh out, this is something I can put in the book, and it just makes it so much more honed, and you get a chance to craft your message in the real world in front of that authentic audience, rather than, because I mean, a book's forever, right? So
That's so perfectly said. Yeah, it's such a lower stakes way of just seeing, what do people connect with, and how does that land with different people.
yeah, I love that. I think that's one of the reasons we love to work with bloggers, and we love to work with speakers, because they have gone through that process of, we have, in your case, eyes on a page, but speaking also, real eyes staring at you, and like what it is that's lighting them up, because you can see them, and you know what slide you put up, where everyone gets their phone up and wants to get a picture of that slide, and they come up to you afterwards and ask you a question about something, and like, oh, okay, this is something that's hitting with people, and it just always makes it's a more powerful project when it's gone through that process first.
I love those examples about speaking. That's so true. I mean, that people, if they go out of their way to talk to you about it or take a picture, they really connected with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, so again, Legacy of Learning, you can find it already up on Amazon. It's doing fantastic, even just on day one. And we hope that you'll give it a read, give it a try. And we hope that you'll connect with us and connect with Meghan, share your learning. And it's another thing we like to tell people, is that the book is the start of the conversation. It's not the end. So this is not a situation where Meghan wrote a book and wants to go walk away and do something else. Meghan wrote a book and now wants to connect with her readers and have it spark ongoing conversations and collaboration about these ideas. Would you say that's true, Meghan?
Oh my goodness, yes. Thank you for that. And yay, Donna, I'm excited to connect with you. And Laura, I'm excited to see what you think of the blog. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Laura. Maybe so Laura's going to check it out in between her long runs.
Oh, you're a runner. Good for you.
She's a big time runner. She's like one of these crazy marathon people.
You might know a little bit about that yourself.
I only know about halves. I don't know about the full one. When I got done with my half, I was thinking, like, wait a second, the people that are doing the full marathon are doing that again. Like, I'm out. I'm just happy to be there.
Oh, good for you, though. That's more than I run. I usually only run if someone's chasing me. So
yeah, that's not a bad strategy. But since I have you here, and since we often talk about fitness on Thursdays, I know you do have a strong commitment to fitness. And so what is it that you do to stay in shape?
Yeah, I love to lift weights. I would say in the last 4 years or so, that's become a new thing for me. I work out with a personal trainer, and I write about, exercise and my journeys with some exercise elements in the book. Hopefully not overly for those who don't, care to read too much about that. But I'm finding the older I get, it is really healthy for me to focus most on just feeling strong and feeling like I have good energy to do my best work and be the best person I can be every day. So I'm really enjoying just like seeing how much heavier I can lift.
Yeah. So you share that with Tara, right? Like, I know I've seen your Instagram, some of your stories and some of Tara's stories. And I see a lot of times, sometimes you're doing some slimmer type things.
Yeah, it's very motivating to, it's like a pull up is a great example, right? If that's something that you've worked on for a long time, and then suddenly like you can do that full pull up by yourself and then do a few by yourself, it takes time. And so you realize that hard work is paying off. And that's something I talk about in the book, is just celebrating progress along the way. Our brain's more motivated by what we've accomplished, like what progress we've made, than looking too much at how far we have to go.
Yeah. And I've seen those pull-ups. I've seen those pull-ups on your story. So I know you're crushing those. And oh, by the way, we have Tisha. Hey, Make Learning Magical author Tisha Richmond is here. Thank you for joining us, Tisha, too.
Yay. Yes.
And,
thank you for being here.
Okay, so now Laura on the bucket list able to do one, but hey, that's where it starts. That's where it starts.
For real. I mean, it is. I didn't want to miss a chance. I just it warmed my heart that Paige Kuros was on here. Just like there's certain people on your life that just like walk alongside you when you do challenging things, and are so selfless in the way that they do it. And I just wanted to make sure that I got to publicly tell her how much she means to me.
Absolutely. Yeah. Paige and George are wonderful. I know they've done a lot behind the scenes with this book. And so, yeah, we're super proud of it. And by the way, I told you need to practice that signature. Look at this. I feel there might be a special connection here with this spelling of Meghan.
Oh my goodness. It's a Meghan I know. I know this
Yes.
Meghan. Hi, Meghan.
So Megan's waiting for this signature. So,
Oh, look at her little cuties in her picture too. They're
okay. Now I'm just going to throw this out here. And you can reject this if you want, but our last book birthday was with Nick Roque from Winnipeg, and who just released Phenomenal Teacher. And her cover has pink in it. And what she did is she went out and got pink pins for her signatures for the books that she was signing for people and stuff like that. So can we expect to see green pins maybe for the signatures in this book?
That is a really smart move, by the way. And I do love pink. So I'm just really excited to picture all those signatures on that beautiful book, by the way. I've been enjoying following all the quotes that, even as someone who I'm, not a mom myself, I really connect with a lot of those quotes. So just thank you for the gift of those words in that book. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll probably have some green signatures. Yeah.
I think that's the way to go. I mean, you got the earrings, you got the shirt, you got the book cover. I think
the glasses. I'm like all in now. I mean, we're already here.
I think you pretty much need to have the green pins too.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to go all the way.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love it. All right. Well, Meghan, again, congratulations on the release of this book. This is like a bucket list item for so many people, and now you've accomplished it and put this book out into the world. And so I'm not only congratulating you, but I'm also so thankful that so many educators are going to get to see this message, read this message, and hopefully just be better able to tackle their days, which are very tough right now. So thank you so much for putting this work into the world.
Thank you for that. I just want to thank all the hardworking educators out there. They're the real champions of change and making a difference. And it's been a true honor to try to write something that might be uplifting to some of them.
Absolutely. And for all of you who joined us tonight to help celebrate this book release, Legacy of Learning, we appreciate your time. We know the weeks are busy. And so for you to take a little bit of your time out on Thursday night and join us means the world to us. And please, again, tag us. Let us know when this book arrives to you. We are going to be so excited for you to dive into it and to share with us what's resonating with you, what's making you feel great about this profession, and share. So #Legacy of Learning. Pick it up this week, and we'll hear from you next week when it arrives. We'll get it to you We'll get you to prime shipping just in a couple days. It'll arrive at your doorstep. And so, Meghan, thanks for taking some time to join us tonight on your end as well.
Thank you. This has just been a real delight. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. We will see you next week. Legacy of Learning. Go out and grab it right now. Bye-bye.
Thank you.